So I'm super excited for the Pixel Fold to release. I've already pre-ordered it for $1,800, so the phone is super expensive, but we're going to take a look if it's actually worth buying. Now, I got to say, I'm a little bit surprised that Google released this phone at such a high price point because they've been trying to stay in that mid-range price with their Pixel 6 and 7 series at around like 500 or 600 bucks, but it looks like they're just going to juice things up now, and we'll see, 1,800 bucks. Is it actually going to be worth it? Now, I'm actually going to give an alternative phone to get if you guys are a little bit hesitant about spending this much money on a phone, because I totally get it. You could actually do a monthly plan with the Pixel Fold, but it's still going to be 50 bucks a month. And I don't even know how long that term's going to be. You're probably going to be paying it for at least a couple of years, I'd imagine. Didn't do the math on it because, I just dished out that 1,800 for it. I was like, you know what? I really want to get this phone. So yeah, but as far as some of the specs on it, it's got a 7.6-inch display, 48 megapixel back camera, and the battery size is around like 4,800 mAh, which is pretty standard. Now, the chip in it is the Google Tensor G2, which is the same in the Pixel 7. So, I don't know if the performance is going to be much of a difference, but it's really just getting that bigger display, which is, these phones are cool. Foldable phones in general have been growing in market share. I think right now it's between 3 and 5% of all phones. And obviously the reason for that is because not everybody can afford to spend, over $1,000 on a phone, nor do a lot of people want to. You really got to be into tech products to consider spending that much money because most people, they're looking for budget phones or something under 500 bucks. So when it comes to spending $1,800 on a phone, it better be worth it. Now, one thing I want to point out is that Google releasing this phone is awesome, but we also have to ask, when is Apple going to release a foldable phone? They've fallen behind so far that it's surprising to me that they've yet to release something, and I'm definitely excited for when the Apple Fold does release because I think something's in the works there for sure, but it's likely it's not going to be released until next year. So really, when it comes to folding phones, right now what's in the market are the Samsung Folds, and then now you've got the Pixel Fold, you've got the Z Flip series, which I actually think is a really good alternative if you don't want to spend a ton of money on a folding phone. You could go with a flip phone, the Z Flip, which sells for between $800 and $1,000. And that's actually what I want to recommend to you guys. Now, in my opinion, the Pixel Fold is definitely worth buying, even though it's very expensive, and I'm super excited to get it. But if you don't want to spend that much, here's the alternative I'm going to show you guys. It's the Galaxy Z Flip series. It doesn't really matter which series you go with. They're all really good. Even the original is still really good. But anyways, this is going to be the Z Flip 4, of course, as we're also checking this phone out. If you want to learn more about anything folding phone related, we'll have some great resources below in the description. For now, let's take a look at the Z Flip 4. Before we get more into this, we would like to recommend you guys check out the Ignition Poker app. If you're someone who likes to take down massive pots while sitting on the couch watching Netflix, this is hands down one of the best poker apps to try out. Now, the cool thing is they offer both free and real money games. They've also got $1 million payout tournaments to buy into all throughout the month. Ignition has also built a solid reputation for fair play, quick payouts, and of course, hosts some of the softest competition online. If you would like to start stacking your chips and dips, we will have some resource links below in the description for how you can get started. So I just got the Galaxy Z Flip 4 in, and I'm super excited to unbox it. Now, the cool thing about the Z Flip series is that Samsung lets you choose two-tone color options if you'd like to do that, or you could just go with one straight color. This time around, I decided to go with the graphite option, so we'll see how it looks. The first thing I got to say, though, is the box design is a little different with the word flip on the outside, and I think it looks awesome. But let's get this thing open and take a peek. Okay, here it is, guys. All right, looks like we've got the user manual is stuck on the top of the box. I'm assuming a charging cable in here. Okay, something. I gotta say, man, I miss the days where they used to put the earbuds in the box, but those days are obviously long gone. They don't even put like an actual adapter in there anymore. It's kind of frustrating. Anyways, with my complaints aside, let's take a look at the phone. All right, it's wrapped up pretty good. And it looks very similar, obviously, to last year's Z Flip 3. Not a whole lot is going to be different this time around. But there are a couple internal things different with this phone. But let's get the wrapping off of it. Yeah, this thing is wrapped up, man. Wow. Struggling here. All right, here it is. Okay, and I will say the graphite does look sleek. I like that a lot. Now, it is a little bit plain if you go with the graphite option. However, I don't regret it at all. All right, so let's fold this thing up. Now, the folding technology on this phone is going to be a little bit better than last year's Z Flip 3. Also, the battery life on this phone is improved. But yeah, man, looks really nice for sure. Next thing we got to do here is power this phone up. So just bear with me here. As far as the screen size, it is also 6.7 inches, which is the same as last year's. All right, there we go. We got it. Okay, and to save some time, I skipped through the startup screen, and one of the first things I like to do whenever I power up a new phone is check out some of the stock wallpapers, and let's see what we got in here. I got to tell you what, though, the Z Flip series has some really cool wallpapers. We'll switch it up kind of this more colorful option. And then I'm also going to show you guys the cover display on this phone. So one of the reasons to get a Z Flip series phone is that it folds, obviously, but the cover display is one of the coolest things about it. Now, you can put lots of custom things on the cover display, but we're just going to go with some of the stock options here, and I'm just going to go with the animals so you guys can see what it looks like. And this is just going to show up on the outside of it, like where the clock is. So let's fold this thing up and take a quick look, and there we go, man. Got some animals on the cover display. Another benefit to using one of these phones is that when you fold them and carry it around, it takes up a lot less pocket space. That's always been one of the things I've loved about using this series, is that the phone is very easy to carry around. Okay, the next thing I wanted to do for you guys, was run some videos so you could hear the sound quality on it. We'll do a little gaming. Of course, if you want to check out the full detailed review we have on this phone, I will have a link in the description. Recommend you check that out. For now, let's see this phone in action.
In the end, if you feel confused, just reload your gun.